President Trump's Supreme Court nominee heads into day 2 of questioning.
The FBI director causes a stir over comments at the Capitol.
And MU continues to grow despite budget cuts, the school's latest improvement. Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 21st, 2017. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Judy.
And I'm Brianna Stubler.
And I'm Tim Schmidt. It looks like we have maybe a slight chance for rain today. Otherwise, it's just more rain in the forecast for the rest of the week into the weekend and maybe even into early next week. Temperatures look to kind of just hold in the 50s here over the next couple of days. We could even be looking at some of those springtime thunderstorms as we approach the later part of this week. Right now, 50 degrees is our temperature in Columbia. We're at 57 in Jefferson City. We do have some rain trying to form up down into southeastern Kansas, and some of that may make its way into the Ozarks later this morning. So we'll look for maybe some rain. Otherwise, just kind of a partly to mostly cloudy sky for the morning and early afternoon. Much cooler than what we had yesterday. Temperatures will only get into the lower 60s this afternoon. We'll talk about those rain chances for the rest of the week coming up here in a little bit.
Okay, thanks, Tim. The President Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch heads into a second day of questioning before U.S. lawmakers.
Today, Gorsuch will begin the question and answer part of his confirmation hearings. President Trump nominated Gorsuch to replace the...
MU is suffering budget cuts, but what does that mean for expansion? KOMU 8's Abby Breitenbach joins us now with how the School of Music proves there's still room to grow. Following questions about officers' use of force, Columbia police have released body cam footage from a brawl at Columbia gas station that happened Sunday morning where shots were fired. The footage shows an officer pushing a woman to the ground in order to get to Irvin. CPD says the woman was keeping officers from arresting one of the suspects, Spencer Irvin, justifying their use of force. A bystander captured officers arresting Irvin on his cell phone. CPD says videos like these can sometimes do more harm than good.
Technology is great, and I'm glad that we have it, especially, our officers even having body-worn camera footage. But I definitely think it sometimes can be our own worst enemy, too, because it doesn't always give exactly what happened. It doesn't give that full picture.
CPD releases body cam footage when necessary to better inform the public. The last time it released footage was after the Mark Adair shooting in 2015. The Eagle Stop incident is still under investigation. Authorities in Ridgely are investigating the drowning of 3-year-old twins who were found dead in a pond yesterday morning as an accident. Our sister station in Kansas City, KSHB, reports the Platte County Sheriff's Department received a 911 call around 10 a.m. from their father, who said he woke up and couldn't find the kids. Elijah Wagner was pronounced dead on the scene, and his twin sister, Arbel, died later at the hospital. Homicide detectives are investigating after a 57-year-old man was shot on the Metrolink platform across the street from Busch Stadium on Sunday. Police say a group of suspects attempted to rob a different man and his son while riding the train. They say the man who was shot was an innocent bystander. He's in critical condition. Police are looking for 6 suspects in connection with the shooting. Firefighters in Kansas City continue to fight flames at an apartment under construction. Why nearby residents have a reason to worry after the break.
It's pretty much every single day. So that's good news for us. And it looks like for a lot of this, it's going to be a steady rain. So,
think so?
Once Thursday arrives, we'll see what happens with that.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
More than 400 homes remain evacuated this morning due to a wildfire burning in Colorado. The Boulder Office of Emergency Management started evacuating residents early Sunday. Emergency officials say they've told residents of 836 homes to evacuate if conditions worsen. Officials say the fire has burned more than 60 acres. Right now, it's 20% contained. Florida officials are investigating a brush fire that burned more than 600 acres. The fire started yesterday afternoon, and officials had it controlled last night. Aerials captured clouds of smoke rising in the southwest area of Miami-Dade County. Officials had to temporarily shut down both lanes of a highway due to the intensity of the fire. Colombia has sent 30 tons of storm aid to Peru as the country faces another day of flooding from overflowing rivers. Heavy rains and mudslides have destroyed thousands of homes and killed 75 people since the beginning of the year. The highly unusual rains followed a series of severe storms along Peru's northern coast. The storms are being caused by a warming of the surface waters in the Pacific Ocean, and they're expected to continue.
You drain your bank account?
But they have to be paid. How does this lower some of your bills without costing you a dime?
And why these
Out the door.
Thanks, Tim. More than a dozen airlines that fly from the Middle East and Africa to the U.S. are banning electronics from their planes' cabins. One U.S. official says it applies to all devices larger than a cell phone. Another source tells CNN it could be linked to al-Qaeda and the Arabian Peninsula and connected to intelligence picked up in a recent special forces raid in Yemen. Neither source would specify which airlines were impacted. If you're tired of your bills draining your bank account, there could be some good news.
There are some monthly statements you can lower right now that won't cost you any extra. CNN's Mary Maloney explains.
A new report out today by Bankrate.com shows for the first time in 6 years of polling, Americans feel better about their savings than the year before. But at the same time, they're not doing a better job of saving. The report finds 21% of working Americans aren't saving any of their incomes, and 25% of Americans are saving 10% of their incomes, a number down from last year. Credit card applications at Wells Fargo plunged by 55% in February, the sharpest decline since the bank's fake account scandal erupted last September. Wells Fargo has suffered double-digit declines in checking account openings and credit card applications each month since the settlement, but last month's plunge was the worst loss yet. The bank's community head admits the company still has more work to do to win back the public's trust. eBay is taking on its online competitors when it comes to guaranteed delivery and free shipping. eBay says its shopping platform will guarantee 3-day delivery in the U.S. on more than 20 million items. Millions of those eligible items will also come with free shipping, and shoppers will be able to filter items by 1- and 2-day delivery. One 4-year-old from Fayetteville, Arkansas got a special birthday surprise.
After none of his friends showed up for his birthday party, a few special guests came to cheer him up. Ryan King has the story.